Under a tree, Leda had given birth to two gods. The two gods were Apollo and Artemis. Being children of the god of gods and god of lightning, Zeus, they were destined to be great men. Apollo had grown to become the god of the sun and music. Little did he know he would find love inside of Daphne's heart, but there was a young man who Apollo didn't see eye to eye with due to his bow and arrows. Apollo was a great warrior and said to him,
"What have you to do with warlike weapons? Leave them for the hands worthy of them. Behold the conquest I have won by means of them over the vast serpent who stretches poisonous body over acres of the plain. Be content with your torch, child, and kindle up your flames, as you call them, where you will, but presume not to meddle with my weapons."
The insulted Eros took two arrows, one of gold and one of lead. With the leaden shaft, to incite hatred, he shot the nymph Daphne, and with the golden one, to incite love, he shot Apollo through the heart. Apollo was seized with love for the maiden, Daphne, and she, in turn, ignored him. In fact, she spurned her many potential lovers, preferring instead woodland sports and exploring the woods. Her father, Peneus, demanded that she get married so that she may give him grandchildren. However, she begged her father to let her remain unmarried. This was forever to be known as the curse of Apollo. But one day Eros had found Daphne, whom didn't want to wed with Apollo, for she never wanted him or marriage.
Womp, womp, womp.
Apollo continually followed her, begging her to stay, but the nymph continued her flight. They were evenly matched in the race until Eros intervened and helped Apollo gain upon Daphne. Seeing that Apollo was bound to catch her, she called upon her father.
"Help me, Peneus! Open the earth to enclose me, or change my form, which has brought me into this danger."
Suddenly, her skin turned into bark, her hair became leaves, and her arms were transformed into branches. She stopped running as her feet became rooted to the ground. Apollo embraced the branches, but even the branches shrank away from him. Since Apollo could no longer take her as his wife, he vowed to tend her as his tree, and promised that her leaves would decorate the heads of leaders as crowns, and that her leaves were also to be depicted on weapons. Apollo also used his powers of eternal youth and immortality to render her evergreen. Since then, the leaves of the bay laurel tree have never known decay. This was forever known as the curse of Apollo. Maybe what goes around does come back around.